Yo, what up guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you guys don't already know, my name is Kevin Pack. I'm a 6-figure Amazon seller. And welcome to my video. Today, we're gonna be talking about 10 of the daily habits that I did that helped me grow my business from $0 to 6 figures while I'm still in my 20s. So we're in a new year, it's 2020, and everyone out here talking about their New Year's resolution, what they gonna do, they're gonna start going to the gym, they want a bigger booty, all these good stuff. So I figure in this video, I'll talk about 10 habits that I did in 2019, and these habits you guys can start today, like right now, to set off your 2020 year and make it your new resolution. And we can start off with number 1, which was hitting the like button so that my YouTube videos will show up in the algorithm. Just kidding, I'm just messing with y'all. Not really. So one of the first habits that really helped me in the beginning of 2019 was setting very clear goals. So not just only long-term goals of like wanting to be a millionaire in my 30s or anything, but also creating short-term goals that will lead up to that main goal. When it comes to long-term goals, they're great to have, but you get this like lack of urgency because you think it's just like so far away, or like, oh, eventually I'll get there, you know, in my 30s I'll become a millionaire, or I'll get a Ferrari or something like that. You don't really set up clear goals month to month, day to day, that are actually going to help you reach those goals. So the number one thing I did was clearly state my short-term goals and how it's going to lead up to my long-term goals. So for example, when it comes to my Amazon business, if I wanted to reach 6 figures, there were some things I needed to do. I needed to launch at least 1 to 3 products, and they needed to do a certain range of numbers per month in order for me to reach that number. So that would be kind of like a monthly goal, is to launch more products. But then how do I launch more products? So my daily goals would be product research, talking to suppliers, and all these different daily goals and tasks that I have to assign myself in order to accomplish those goals. And then each day that progresses to getting closer to my long-term goals, which is, you guessed it, being a millionaire. The second daily habit that I did really well during 2019 was that I got consistent sleep. Now, honestly, I'm not too much of a morning person, and I really love my sleep, and I need a decent amount of sleep. Most people can get away with like 4 hours or something like that, and a lot of people stress when it comes to working, like,
you gotta stay up late, you gotta wake up early, you gotta make the grind.
But what you guys don't know is that based off research, having consistent sleep actually promotes focus and energy levels. And for myself, I always prioritize and make sure that I'm getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep consistently every single day. I try not to sleep in either because that kind of throws off my funk, but sometimes we kind of just need it. Please hear me, the importance of consistent sleep and having a set schedule of when you go to sleep and when you wake up is very important. I typically set myself an alarm from 12 to 7 or 12 to 8, and I'm always in bed by 12 a.m. This consistency of sleep keep your body in motion and focused, and not have to overwork itself to change its rhythm, but it also sets the mood for the rest of your day and your morning routines. Speaking of morning routines, we will get to that later. Alright, so the third daily habit that I did in 2019 that I'm really actually proud of, because I really sucked at it as a kid, was, you probably guessed it, reading. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, when I was in school, oh god, I hated reading so much because they would always give us some like shitty books to read about some nonfiction, that things that I didn't have any interest in, and I would just be like, okay, well, Albert Einstein, I really don't care what's going on with your life. Now, some people really like those kind of books, but personally to me, I really didn't like them and I could not focus, so I always thought I was a terrible reader. But it wasn't until the last couple years that I really started to find books that I enjoyed, and those were like self-help books, business books, financial books, entrepreneurial books. Like all those type of books were what really caught my attention, and they were really easy to read. And then I realized, I was like, damn, I actually like reading, it's just I didn't read the right shit. So it doesn't really matter what you read, but I do recommend like self-help books and entrepreneurial books if you're in the same space and mindset as me. But at the end of the day, just find a book that you're very interested in and that can keep you engaged, because that will always exercise your brain, and with more brain power, we can make more money. But if reading is really not your thing, you can also do podcasts. And I also listen to podcasts as well. A really great podcast that's related to business and self-help is, and I quote, this is the name of the podcast, The Motherfucking CEO by Andy Frisella. Super great podcast, guy's great, he gives out some real advice and he cusses a lot. I'm a fan of it. So number 4, we are going to be talking about exercise. Now, if you guys already know, I'm an expert at exercise because I used to be a personal trainer and I've been an athlete for most of my life. So when it comes to exercise, the importance of exercise is huge. Taking care of your health and just taking care of yourself is super important in making sure you live long enough to enjoy the fruits of your labor. And then on top of that, it keeps you focused on the tasks that you need to do and makes you feel good overall. When you look good, you feel good, you do better in life. I personally, for myself, I always prioritize my workouts and I always make sure that they're a part of my weekly schedule. To be honest, I typically spend about 2 to 3 hours at the gym, but that's because I'm a strength athlete and I do weightlifting, and I used to do powerlifting as well. So I'm also a competitive athlete. So that takes a lot of time, but personally for yourself, 45 minutes, an hour and 30 minutes is just fine, but just be consistent with it. Please take care of your diet. Come on, guys. Eating healthy and getting your greens in. I know I used to hate greens too, but it's been a part of my diet and it makes me feel a lot better. Not only does it help me train a lot better, but the mental focus feels a lot better. Again, it goes back to looking good, feeling good, and all that good stuff. Next up is a consistent morning routine. When you have a consistent morning routine, it really sets the mood for the rest of your day. So all of 2019, here's really what my morning routine was like. I'd wake up around 7 or 8 in the morning. I would not touch my phone. I would immediately go wash my face and do whatever I needed to do, brush my teeth. Then I would take about a 15 to 20 minute walk and I would go listen to a podcast or nothing at all. Afterwards, I would go ahead and read 10 pages of whatever book I was reading at the moment, have a little bit of breakfast, and then start my work. I did that almost literally every single day of 2019 and it was a game changer. It really helped me stay in focus and stay in lane about what needed to be done for the day, and it kept me from being lazy, groggy, procrastinating, schlumped. I swear, whenever my morning routine was thrown off, it would just destroy the whole routine of my day or my mood for the day because I just felt out of whack. And the more you can be consistent with your routine, the more progress you can make with your daily task and whatever you need to get done. Speaking of tasks, number 6 is scheduling your tasks or making a to-do list. Now, when it comes to scheduling your tasks, you guys want to do things the night before and schedule things ahead of time. Do it for the week, do it for the month, whatever you gotta do, just plan ahead as much as you can so that you know what's coming ahead of you. Create to-do lists the night before for the next day you have, or schedule out all of your appointments for that month. These are the short-term goals that need to be done that will progress you further closer to your long-term goal. Now, one mistake I used to do was just put like 50 tasks in one day so I could be busy and keep myself looking like an entrepreneur or a businessman. This is totally wrong. This is not the right thing to do. It's not about being busy. It's about being productive and how much you can get done in that day. It doesn't matter if it takes you only 2 hours to get done. As long as that important task is done, you have more opportunity to move on to other tasks that will progress you further instead of taking 8 hours to do a simple task. So only do what you need to do. Put down like 3 to 4 tasks that you need to do that take a decent amount of time, run through those, and don't worry about the rest of your day. Take it one day at a time and wait till the next day to complete the rest of your tasks. Here's a big one. This was a big game changer of 2019 and it kept me from going insane, was meditation. And yes and no, I'm talking about but literally meditation is such a game changer, especially if you deal with, anxiety and just a lot of stress. It really helps clear your mind and take things a step back so you can see the bigger picture of what you're doing. It allows you to analyze your life and who you are and bring you back to your why and re-motivate you. Meditation can be done daily and it's a simple task. You guys could do it just in your room, alone, with no music, just silence, and just think about your breathing. Just let everything kind of exit your brain, clear out, cancel everything out so you don't have 1,000 things running in your head, and just focus on your breathing. Once you're able to do that, you'll have much more clarity and much more focus afterwards with less stress on your shoulders. Number 8 of my daily routines that I did in 2019 was taking breaks after every few hours. Now, a lot of people don't actually talk about this because everyone thinks, oh, you should just work like 8 hours straight. Personally for me, it's hard for me to just run through that. If I have to, I have to, but I prefer to have little breaks in between a couple of hours, just like a 5-10 minute break to walk around or just kind of check my phone and just take my eyes off of whatever work I'm doing and come back to it 5-10 minutes later, regenerated and refocused. Because there's a lot of times I'll be working on my computer and it'll be like 6 hours straight, and if I'm in the zone, I'm in the zone. If I don't need to take breaks, I won't, but there are moments where like I'm kind of fried and I guess kind of take my eyes off the screen and I need to just take a 5-minute break. So take your breaks. It's okay to take a break every hour or every couple of hours. Do it so that you're more productive throughout the day. This one's actually a fun one. Number 9 is learning something every single day. Now, it doesn't really matter how you do it, but personally for me, the way I learned every single day was watching a YouTube video every morning when I was having breakfast, or if I was having lunch or I was having dinner. I'd watch a YouTube video about anything. It could be about learning to cook a new recipe, or learning about why a business works this way, or learning about what kind of new fish are out there. Anything at all, just go on YouTube, find some channels that you're interested in, and learn something new. It doesn't have to be business related or self-related. Just learn something new so that it feeds your brain and trains your brain. If you guys want to learn something new on YouTube, the channel Business Insider is a great one, and any of those insider videos are really, really cool because it gives you a daily dose of learning something new, and they're just short videos. All right, the last thing that you guys probably already do, but I was definitely lacking on it, but it helped me, was doing your chores. Whether it feels making your meal preps for the week, or doing your laundry, or just doing the dishes, but when it needs to be done, don't wait on it. Just kind of just do it at the moment. It really just helps you stop being lazy and get things done more, and it leads up to other tasks being done. Because if you keep kind of just leaving things there and everything, and I have a bad habit of doing this as well, is just leaving the dishes there for a minute or waiting for the next day. Now lately, when it needs to be done after I eat, I'll just wash the dishes right away, and that gets it out the way, and I feel good about myself just knowing that I don't have to worry about it anymore. Just less stress on my hands. So guys, those are 10 daily habits that you guys can use, and I hope it helped you, because it definitely helped me in 2019. It helped me stay focused to scale my business from $0 to over $200,000 this past 2019. So if you guys can apply these, I'm sure it'll definitely help you with growing your income and progressing in your life. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button if you want more content and if you like the content. As always, my name is Kevin Pack. I'll see you guys in the next video. Go make that money.